interrupt our program to bring you a special broadcast. The German news agency Transocean said today in a broadcast.
Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming in as we're talking here.
And as much as we like to differentiate about, like, you know, these people, class people, and how they want to do things, it's important for you to realize something about, like, being a minority and not having anyone to do this for. Because as much as LeBron is doing, a lot of people say, of course he can do this. He's a multi-billionaire. He has businesses. If you think he's living off of his measly $15 million in the NBA, I was looking down some of the stats. He has a contract with Nike for life.
$1 billion contract.
So with that in addition, his school is also public. So he's properly redirecting the funds and your taxpayer dollars into the people who need it the most. Because if I'm going to spend my money on anything in this country, it shouldn't be on bombs. It should be on people. I mean, that's fair.
I agree.
And to top that off, he's creating his own agency, his own league, and own prep squad for at-risk kids. But at the same token, he's not only trying to build a legacy, he's trying to make sure that the legacy continues. So his money is long.
Yes.
And on top of that, it puts into perspective something that troubles me, because we do pay taxpayer dollars, and our taxpayer dollars combined is a lot more than what LeBron has. So why did it take an athlete to build a school for the kids where the standardized test isn't the dictating force of if teachers get paid well, if kids go on, or if kids are properly handled? Why is it that in some communities, we have pastors going out collecting tithes from the Muslim side, Christian side, Buddhist side, whatever side you want to say God to. But none of these pastors come out with schools. We have billions. We have hundreds. You can find two churches on the same block.
I mean, especially in Texas. I mean, when you're in the buckle Bible Belt, it's kind of hard to not see a church.
So why is it that we don't see this prolific, like, a pastor? There's a pastor out down in Houston who owns 2 private jets. He doesn't own the school though. So why is it LeBron? What makes it? Why is it LeBron doing these things?
You know what? If I had an answer for you, I would give it, and I honestly believe it is the responsibility of the people who live in the community to build up the community. Like me, my ultimate goal for getting money is not to have money, it's to build a legacy. And that's what I can say for LeBron. LeBron is about legacy because he didn't have one. He didn't have a relation with his dad. So no male, no legacy. That goes back tens of thousands of years. The seed is passed through the man. Like, it is the responsibility of the man. Here I've talked about this. It is the responsibility of the man to lay the foundation for a society and let that be his legacy. And it is the woman's responsibility to innovate and decorate and build it all up and make it look all pretty.
And shout out to Mike, because I'm still in this stat from him. He has a great podcast. We leave you with this. Him and his wife talk about husband and wife things. It's hilarious. And their daughter is cute. The man is supposed to take care of the family. That is an old school thing. It's considered to be not as progressive, but it's still the ideal world. But in today's world where you and your partner both make $40,000 a year, you might not make it over the edge if y'all both contributing. You're definitely not going to make it if only one of you are. So when you hear stories like Blake Griffin having to pay 3% of his salary, which comes out to be like $250,000 a month in child support, and people are losing their shit, it forces me to say to these people, That is his job. You can't expect him to be living in a mansion and his wife living in a 3-bedroom apartment.
But at that point, my child's going to be with me with full-time care. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not paying $250,000.
No,
my kid's gonna live in a house that I own.
No, you're not, because you're not going to be able to take care of that child. Blake Griffin.
No, I'm not saying. But he's a full-time basketball player. He's working 5 months out of the year.
No, he's not. He's working 12. He's working 12 months out of the year.
Not Blake Griffin. Not anymore.
I mean, we can't speak to his work ethic, but I'm saying he's a professional.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, his job requires him to be available 5 months out of the year.
And if he wants to keep making 30 million a year or whatever, he's gonna have to be playing. My thing is, the money. That's my point. The money doesn't matter. It's his child. If they said you have to pay $3 million a month, who cares? It's your kid. There shouldn't be a debate about it. And I'm just tired of seeing broke-ass motherfuckers complain about that shit. Like, oh, hell no, man. I ain't never giving my kid that girl $300, man. Okay, you've put so many things into that equation. You're not giving the girl the money. The money goes to the kid.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
I'm not saying every dime is going to go to the kid. But for the majority part, if you're being put on child support, and you and the wife don't live, because I know people who are not married and are on child support.
I'd be okay with that. And I know we're kind of veering off, but I want to get this thought out. The $250,000 is not what a newborn needs. A newborn doesn't need $250,000.
If your dad is living a $5 million lifestyle, that is not enough. Period. Los Angeles right now, for you to live in Los Angeles, you need to be making $100K. To be above the poverty line. So it's not like the request.
But he doesn't live in LA.
He's from Clippers. Where do the Clippers play?
No, he doesn't play for the Clippers. He plays for Detroit now.
He plays for Detroit now?
Yeah, he got traded last year.
See, that's how you know I don't be watching basketball.
Yeah, so and it damn sure don't cost $100,000 to live in Detroit.
I don't know where the kid is, but either way it goes, I'm just saying, if you are making $5 million $5 million every 3 months, $250,000 ain't shit to you. Mm. You want to know what makes it even less important to you? When it's for your kid. If your kid said, I need this much money to survive for 3 months, you would give that up in a heartbeat. So, as a person outside looking in, and then looking at other people complain and say, dang, man, they always coming for the guys. No, it's his job. But to veer back on the topic, let's talk about somebody who definitely isn't good at doing their job. The Oompa Loompa himself. Donald Trump said something on Twitter that further, I don't think he's racist. Not 110%, just 99.9% sure.
I don't honestly believe he likes anyone except for himself.
No, he loves his
wife. And he doesn't know. He likes his wife.
No. He doesn't even like her.
He loves his kids.
No, not the kids.
Oh, he loves Eric.
No, he doesn't. He hates Eric.
No.
He doesn't even retweet Eric. That's how insignificant he is. He retweets Junior and the Ivanka one. Ivanka is his favorite. If they got anything on Ivanka, Donald Trump would flip in a heartbeat to save Ivanka. He said on national TV he would love to sleep with his daughter. That's it for me. I don't want to hear nothing else about it.
That's weird. Some weird incest backwoods kind of.
Hey, but it's an insistence.
Hey, judgment-free zone.
Almost. But he recently tweeted about how LeBron James came out against Donald Trump speaking. Using sports to divide the country and using sports to flare racial tension. This was an interview done by CNN with John Lemons. And Donald Trump, of course, goes straight for intellect, insults LeBron's intelligence. And he said, I like Mike better. And the cherry on the top of the story is how much backlash he's gotten. Not only from the sports world, but from the common people, such as his wife. His own wife said that statement was uncalled for. His own daughter said the statement
I
was
mean,
uncalled for. Michael Jordan said the statement was uncalled. Michael Jordan has never yielded to any other athlete in his life except for LeBron James.
LeBron's talking about Trump. Trump's not going to take that stuff lying down. But it makes Trump look bad. It doesn't make LeBron look bad.
It doesn't, because even if you look at because people are blowing it out of context. They're saying LeBron attacked Donald Trump. No, he didn't. He stated facts. Donald Trump does use, pun intended, the political football of football to enrage his crowd. Like Donald Trump is using hate to keep himself relevant. LeBron James, long after he shot his last shot, will be remembered for being a great person.
Yes.
Suffice he doesn't kill anyone on 5th Street.
No. And he built a school, and I'm sure that's just the prototype.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it is.
It's the prototype. I need to see how this is going to go, how much money, how many kids I can support, and what kind of programs. This is the long game for LeBron, and LeBron is only 34 years old.
And this is taking it a step further for me, because what he has done is also now set up a blueprint and set the bar up for other black athletes who admittedly do a lot in their community, but every athlete that makes over $1 million has a foundation, and that is strictly for tax haven purposes.
Oh, of course.
So it's fair to say that if you have $1 million in your sports and you have a face, they're gonna put you out there so you can. But now, all of a sudden, that's not enough.
It's not enough.
So now, these athletes who claim to have a message or claim to care about the kids, how much do you really care?
Don't care.
Do you care enough to legitimately put yourself into a binding contract where you have billions of dollars on the line when you are scrambling for a few million? We have people who sit out from their year for the differential of $1 to $15 million on their contract. But when they get that money, what are you doing with it?
No, they're not doing anything with it. Except spending it on themselves or, habits that they've always wanted to have or currently have. I feel like a lot of the athletes, they're selfish. I was trying to think of a reason to make an excuse for them. I just can't. I mean, I look at LeBron and I understand that he gets the responsibility that he has to his community. I mean, when you live somewhere and you really have a heart for where you come from and you don't want to see it, it can be better than what it is. And if nobody else will come in here and put money into it, I'll come here and put money into it. And you know what's smart about what LeBron did? Because he's there, look at all the endorsements he had. He has Nike. He has Sprite. He has Kia. He's got T-Mobile. And who knows what else other endorsements he has. Anything he has, he can use those resources and bring them into his school. And it's going to attract other money, other people who are decision makers, change agents that can come in and help him revitalize the community.
He's a game changer on so many different levels. And this is, like I said, I root for him. Now, before I just enjoyed, I enjoyed watching his process, to be honest, his growth. Because he was a very selfish, individual, just me, all the way down from the decision and realizing the mistakes that he made in that process. He didn't make any mistakes. I'm talking about the what's the word I'm thinking of? The popularization of the decision.
That was the best thing that happened to basketball players.
No, it was the best thing that happened for him.
No, listen, before LeBron made that move, people were loyal to their team. When people saw that it was okay for the biggest superstar in the sport to get up and say, I'm going to take control of my career and move where I want to. You're still individual. He's worried about who? Himself.
He had what was the
if you look at it from that perspective, yes. But the thing is, no one else had done it yet.
No, but I'm saying LeBron,
but now everyone does it, and we can attribute it back to a decision that LeBron James made. And don't think for a second, all these players that have moved and gotten big contracts, LeBron's friend with them, Chris Paul, James Harden, Kevin Durant. No, it's to help the guys in the league take the league over.
No. Bigger than that. That's such a small.
No, I'm saying it is a small, but I'm talking about for that specific.
No, the reason that I dispute the decision was the direct impact it had on Cleveland. That was a town that was part of the big three of the fallout: Cincinnati, Detroit, Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland. When he left, he didn't just take basketball out of the city. He took business. He took monuments. That city used to close when game days were going on at 2 a.m. That's an extended amount of profit. Now, when he left, that place closed at 7 p.m. Game night or not. His decision impacted more than just him. And for him to have so much love for a certain place on the map, it's hard to believe that you would do something so devastating to those people. Unless...
First of all, he's not from Cleveland.
He's not from Cleveland.
He's from Akron.
Akron.
He never left Akron high and dry.
He never left them high and dry. But I'm saying as he's grown up, he's realized the impact of all of his decisions. And he now doesn't just look at it from his own perspective. That is why it's so important for him as an individual to make critical moves and do them with a positive light, because people will copy them. Everyone copies LeBron. So now
some people copy LeBron.
If you want to be, if you own the title of the best player in the league, best athlete in the world, probably.
But people aren't imitating him; they're imitating Steph Curry.
I don't know about that, because no one in the league's beating LeBron 1-on-1. So, and if you can I don't know basketball, but I know if they said, who would you pick? I'm horrible at basketball.
There's a lot of people who actually wouldn't pick LeBron James, believe it or not.
And it's probably based on your skill set. I mean, if you were you would. There's no. I mean, but then again, if you could have two LeBrons, who wouldn't want two LeBrons? See, and they goes back to but for me personally, since I don't follow his career, I'm only going to be looking at his social impact. His social impact. I dare I say I need this man to run for a political office.
I mean, what do you think all these things are for?
He's building.
He's attacking the president openly. He's been to the White House with the former president that was supposed to be for black people. And he is now building a school. He's getting involved in Akron. He owns a lot of property. He started a lot of businesses in Akron and even in Cleveland.
You're looking at the future governor.
I feel like he'll buy the Cavs before he runs for political office. I think he's going to wait till he's about 40, and then he'll probably run for governor or senator. He'll do one, a congressman. He'll run for one of those things. And look, think about it. When was the last time we had a politician that looked like LeBron James, that's 6'8", 260, walks into a building, he doesn't need anything from you because he's got the media in his pocket, he's got money in his pocket, he's got people in his pocket. And that's what I mean. I mean, it's unfathomable at this point that he would run. The only thing is he's gonna have to get his life scrubbed. So, I mean,
look what you want. Some of the best detectives on earth have looked into this man. The
only thing negatively we found is that we've seen him slide in a few DMs.
And I mean, okay, you're gonna attack him on that, then pretty much
our president paid off a hooker.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna let the DM slide ride.
As far as I'm concerned, if you want to run for political office, this is the time to do it, because Roy Moore was on a balance sheet.
And out here strolling for little kids.
Asking them, don't tell your mom about this.
Handing out lollipops at the junior high. Come on, bro.
The president out here paying hookers off, and now openly through his man. We're gonna get into that in the next show, but for this show, at least from the Identity Booth standpoint, on behalf of everyone who's part of Identity Booth, which is me and Eric, we would just like to extend a thank you and a form of gratitude out to LeBron James.
Let's give that man a salute.
I mean, you've done the damn thing, and we aspire to hopefully not only do what you do, but achieve better and be a little bit better than you so that we can continue your legacy, which is recruiting great minds in order to do great things. And that is one way to identify with people, as you constantly try to identify with the masses. I mean, he holds a title on par with Ali right now for me, and that's saying a lot, because as you can probably tell, Ali's up there. I put it in the camera frame. Like, it's important for you to actually right behind me. Boom, picture.
That's just one of the pictures.
Just one of the pictures. So, once again, kudos to you. Continue to do great things, and we're gonna do what we can for the people on the ground floor. You know, we're gonna keep identifying. Eric, where can they find us?
Everywhere. Facebook, Instagram. We ain't on the Twitterverse though. I'm sorry, you can't find us on Twitter. You can't find us on Spotify, and you can't find us on Snapchat.
I was thinking about making a Twitter account, but then I was like, nah, forget it.
Nah,
I'm never gonna keep up with it. I only go on Twitter to see what the Orange Oompa Loompa is said for the day. But for all intents and purposes, like, you guys are great, man. It's good to be back into a flow. I hope that flow can continue.
We're gonna make it work some kind of way.
We're gonna figure it out. But until then, you guys take care of yourselves. As always, it's me, the hero. Not me, the hero, but I am Hero, the host. And this is the boy wonder, Eric. Identity Booth. I'm smelling my food, so I'm really distracted.
Yeah, and your boy is parched beyond belief. So,
man, you guys take care of yourself. I don't got to kill my beard.
All right, we get to salute him.
I get to salute him. I forgot to